minutes ago, and it's not pretty.
The rich just got richer again. On February 2025, Donald Trump reignited an economic war. This time, his targets: Canada, Mexico, and China. With a single executive order, Trump imposed new tariffs: 25% on Canadian and Mexican imports, 10% on Chinese goods. That means your groceries will cost more, your car will cost more, your phone will cost more. But while the middle class pays the price, a handful of billionaires are quietly making fortunes. Trade wars don't destroy wealth, they move it. The question is, will you be on the winning side? This is how the 2025 trade war is creating new billionaires, and how you can grab your share before it's too late. Chapter 1. Trade Wars. The Billionaire's Secret Weapon. Trade wars aren't new. They've been around for centuries, and they always create winners and losers. The US-Japan trade war, 1980s. When Japan dominated the car market, the US slapped tariffs on Japanese vehicles. The result? Detroit's auto industry made a massive comeback. The 2018 Trump-China trade war. The moment Trump imposed steel tariffs, US steel magnates raked in billions, while American consumers paid higher prices for cars and buildings. Now in 2025, it's happening again. The steel industry, semiconductor giants, and US defense contractors are about to make a fortune. And the billionaires? They saw it coming. Chapter 2. Who wins and who loses in the 2025 trade war? Trade wars aren't about destruction. They're about wealth transfer. Winners: American manufacturers. With Canadian and Mexican goods now 25% more expensive, US factories will thrive. Defense and tech companies. The US wants to reduce dependence on China, boosting local tech firms. Billionaire investors. Those who position themselves in the right industries early will cash out massively. Losers. Consumers. Your groceries, cars, and gadgets just got more expensive. Export-driven industries. Retaliatory tariffs will hurt US farmers and manufacturers. The middle class. Inflation rises, but wages stay the same. Chapter 3. How billionaires are profiting. The inside playbook. When trade wars happen, billionaires don't wait for the market to react. They position themselves before the chaos. Elon Musk and the EV industry shift. China dominates global battery production. Tariffs on Chinese lithium and EV components make American-made alternatives more competitive. Tesla had already started moving battery production to the US, benefiting from both tariffs and government incentives. Nvidia and the US-China chip war. US export restrictions on advanced AI chips forced China to find alternative suppliers or buy American chips at higher prices. Nvidia's stock surged, not just from trade restrictions, but also from the global AI boom. The defense industry surge. US defense spending is skyrocketing. With geopolitical tensions increasing, government contracts for weapons and military tech have surged. Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, and Boeing are all seeing major stock gains. Chapter 4. Could you profit from the 2025 trade war? Most people complain about trade wars, but some manage to profit from them. While there are no guarantees, history shows that certain industries and strategies tend to benefit from these economic shifts. Here are a few possibilities to consider. 1. Some industries might benefit from tariffs. US defense stocks. If government contracts increase, companies like Lockheed Martin and Raytheon could see growth. AI and semiconductor companies. With China facing restrictions, some US chip makers may gain a competitive edge. Domestic manufacturers. When tariffs make foreign goods more expensive, some US factories might become more competitive. Of course, stock markets are unpredictable, and past trends don't guarantee future performance. 2. Could certain jobs become more secure? Some industries tend to be more resilient during trade wars, like defense, artificial intelligence, and renewable energy. If tariffs shift production back to the US, certain manufacturing jobs may increase. But as always, job markets can be uncertain, and what works for one person may not work for another. 3. Could entrepreneurs fill the gaps? If foreign suppliers lose market share, it's possible that new businesses could step in to replace them. If tariffs increase costs for imported goods, some consumers might seek out domestic alternatives. Starting a business is always a risk, and success depends on multiple factors, not just tariffs. The bottom line, trade wars don't guarantee wealth, but they do create shifts in the economy. Some investors, workers, and entrepreneurs might find opportunities in these changes. But as with any financial or career decision, doing your own research and assessing risks carefully is essential. The clock is ticking. Trade wars aren't just political battles, they're power moves. The billionaires already knew what was coming next. The only question is, will you be on the winning side? Subscribe for more insider strategies on money, power, and the hidden game of wealth.